Hi, everyone. So, I just had a conversation with someone about coffee, and I thought it would be perfect to do a little video on that because coffee is a popular beverage, and there's a lot of controversy in terms of its health benefits. And um, I want to talk about it on a few different levels. So, coffee, let's talk about the caffeine aspect first, and then let's talk about the organic aspect, and then let's talk about the actual creating your drink and how to create a healthier coffee drink aspect of this. So, starting with the caffeine, I just wanted to say flat out caffeine is obviously a stimulant, and a lot of people rely on that to get them through the day and to get the energy that they need to create or live out the lifestyle that they've created for themselves. A lot of people need it to wake up in the morning and to get through the afternoon. Um, the problem is that some people are extra sensitive to caffeine, and they will have some negative side effects like anxiety or racing heart or racing pulse, or they'll get sweats, or they will get shaking hands. And the other thing that will and can happen for people like this is that they have disturbed sleep. So, does this sound like a problem that many Americans have? Yes. And are many Americans drinking lots of coffee? Yes. So, there may be a connection there. And I want you all to seriously look into this because um, it's it's to me a little bit obvious of a potential cause for your anxiety, your stress, and your um, sleep problems. So I want to tell a personal story along this line because a lot of people may say, "Oh no, the coffee's not affecting me. I've been drinking it for years," or it couldn't be that. It's too simple of a solution. I did not drink coffee regularly growing up, and I didn't start drinking caffeine on a regular basis until about a year or two ago, and I drink a cup of black tea. I'm sorry, it's a cup of black tea in the morning. First thing, I'll have a cup of water, maybe 2 cups of water, and then I will have organic Earl Grey tea. And I add a little bit of my coconut cream to it and a little bit of stevia, and it helps me get going. It helps me have my morning bathroom session, and then I enjoy it while I'm checking my email or whatever it is I'm doing. So it's kind of a ritual thing for me. And I would notice that also separately, I would get headaches someday. Some days I would have them, and some days I wouldn't. And I couldn't quite figure it out. Thought maybe it's because I wasn't eating enough one day and I was getting a low blood sugar, and so I tried changing that, and that didn't help. And then I thought maybe it's some fragrance that is, getting into my air somehow, and that didn't seem to be it either. So, anyways, I had to look at coffee and caffeine because caffeine headaches, caffeine withdrawal headaches, run in my family, and so. Turns out that was what was causing my headaches, and I went for like a year without even considering that as an option. So, uh, headaches, sleep disturbance, shaking hands, and anxiety, and sweaty palms, and heart racing, all that can contribute or can be traced back to perhaps your effect from caffeine. So some people have this effect because they metabolize caffeine differently than others, and that may be you. So maybe you need to switch to decaf or drink fewer cups of regular coffee, and just look into it. It can be a huge game changer for you if caffeine is doing this to you. The other uh, thing that I wanted to mention next is the organic aspect. Coffee beans are a food product that is heavily sprayed with pesticides. So you want to make sure that you are buying coffee that is organic, certified organic coffee, and this is going to really reduce the amount of carcinogens that you're getting into your body, especially if you're a daily coffee drinker. And along those lines, the toxins that come along with coffee beans is not just the pesticides, but also flavorings that they add into beans. A lot of them add artificial flavors to make the hazelnut or the vanilla bean, or I've even seen blueberry muffin flavored coffee. So that's artificial flavoring, and those are generally classified as carcinogens and immune system irritants, and a lot of people can have headaches and other symptoms from them. So just be aware. And another aspect of coffee toxins that come along with coffee are mold toxins. So this is similar to how you've probably heard fruit in storage. If it sits around for a day or two in big piles, big bins, fruit molds very quickly, and they're not going to throw out a whole batch of fruit that's going into the juicer to make your cranberry juice or your blueberry juice. They're not going to throw out a whole batch just because a little corner of it got moldy. But what will happen is that you will get those mold toxins in your juice. So that happens with beans too. It also happens with herbal teas that, as the drying process happens, mold naturally grows. So coffee has mold toxins in it, and mold toxins suppress the immune system, and they also impair brain function. So there's a great brand out there, I'm sure you all have heard of it, Bulletproof Coffee, and they source beans that are mold free. So if you're going to buy coffee and do it on a regular basis, got to get organic and you got to get mold free. Bulletproof is the only brand offering that, and if you can't do that, then get an organic brand. The last part of this is, what do you do with your coffee once you've made it? What do you add into it? Some of you drink black coffee, but others are adding milk, cream, sugar, sweetener. So what I do is I want to minimize the food allergens for myself, because I am affected by dairy, I am affected by gluten, and so I avoid obviously putting cream into coffee. I would put a little spoonful of coconut cream from the top of a can of coconut milk, and that would be perfect for me. It's not too coconutty, but I do like that flavor, and I think it's nice in coffee, so you can always try that. Or you can get another dairy-free option from the store, but you want to make sure that it is as close to the natural product as possible. So just read the ingredients and get one with the fewest ingredients possible. That's why I like the canned coconut cream, because it's like 1 or 2 ingredients only. And the other thing that I put into it is a little bit of liquid stevia extract or raw honey. And I know some people put in a little bit of maple syrup. I think those 3 options for sweeteners are the best. I won't get into why I don't suggest any others, but for now, that's what I would recommend for your coffee. And then follow it up with a big glass of water, because coffee is a diuretic and it's going to stimulate your body to excrete water. So just rehydrate afterwards. All right, I hope that helps you guys with figuring out your coffee situation, and definitely still enjoy it if it's something that you love. It is full of antioxidants, it is a delicious drink, and it does help a lot of people with their bowel movements, like I said. So you might laugh, but I've heard it many, many times from my clients. So coffee doesn't need to be eliminated, it just needs to be rethought a little bit. All right, I hope that's helpful for you guys, and I'll see you next time on the next video. Oh, and head over to clubtbyh.com, where I post all my articles and blog posts and recipes, and it's a great community of people who are also taking back their health.